look at my placenta. I didn't eat that shit. I didn't do none of that shit. I don't know how the fuck people be doing that shit. Okay. Welcome to my channel, y'all. Welcome back if you're, a returning subscriber. And what's up? What's popping to my new followers? And as y'all can see, I have changed my name because I am now a mother of a beautiful baby boy. He was born February 25th. I am so in love with him. And he's like the best thing that's ever happened to me. I just love him so much. But let me catch y'all up on this past year before I get into the actual video. I came back from summer break in May. I moved in with my boyfriend. Well, like, moved in, lived with, how you just see your boyfriend every day. Eventually, I had a bag over there. Then it turned into a fucking box of clothes. But, yeah, moving with my boyfriend. Got a restraining order put out on me by this pussy ass bitch. But, anyways, we not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. I was stripping. I was a stripper for like a month and some change or some shit like that. Moved to Texas this past year. And yeah, like I said, I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. That's really all that's really been going on with me in this past year. Really ain't been doing shit, but just like trying to get to the bag and trying to take care of my son and all that shit. But yeah, so let's get into this Q&A. I asked Instagram like what y'all want to know, all that shit like that. If y'all want to know like my experiences during pregnancy, after pregnancy, all that shit. So, but most of them were about postpartum because, yeah. So now it's postpartum Q&A. But anyways, I'm talking y'all head off. Let me just get into this video. All right, so the first question is, what's the biggest lesson I have learned from being a first-time mom? Patience. Patience is key. If you do not have patience, get some, because the shit is hard. It's late nights, early mornings, and you can't just be like, oh damn, bro, I don't want to do this shit. Like, you gotta be dedicated. You gotta have the patience and the ambition to gotta have the patience to be able to get up every night, or every time he cry, like if he needs something in the middle of the night, to see if he's okay. Like, you as a person will have to change yourself to accommodate a whole nother person, like, that don't know shit, that don't do shit by himself. So biggest lesson I've learned is patience. How was it being in labor? I'm gonna talk about labor and delivery because that's like a lot of the questions basically. So me being in labor, I had bad contractions, like basically 5 minutes apart. On the 23rd. I have been having contractions like that whole week of the 20th and all that shit like that. But they weren't intense enough and I wasn't dilating. But I have been having contractions really badly. I went to the hospital and when they checked me, I was only like 1.5 centimeters when they checked me, but my contractions were on top of each other, but my cervix wasn't dilating. So I had been in labor, like I was in labor for fucking 24 hours, but I was in active labor. Like when they had broke my water. When you break somebody's water or your water breaks, that's when you become in active labor. I was in active labor for 13 hours. Worst shit of my fucking life. And my epidural wasn't fucking working. It only took in one side of my body. So one side of my body was numb and I was good, and the other side was just feeling like all the contractions on that one side and all the pain. That shit was hurting so bad. They had to change my dosage twice and they had to redo my epidural twice. That was painful in itself because mid-contraction they have to tell you to be completely still while you're taking this goddamn needle in the middle of your fucking spine. Yeah, so that was terrible. My cervix was not dilating. They thought my cervix was swollen at one point, and if your cervix becomes swollen, they had to give you a C-section. Thank God that didn't have to happen. So I had vaginal birth. Let me back up. So the epidural had wore off, right? And it's supposed to last until you give labor. They had to give me this goddamn horse tranquilizer. That shit knocked me the fuck out. My whole body was numb, dead. You could touch my body and I did not feel shit. I did not feel nothing. Like that was crazy, but that was the best sleep I ever fucking got during that whole process. So then pushing him out, I was pushing for about 6 minutes. Yeah, like, so, you know, you push on contractions. So I was pushing on contractions. So all the contractions combined, I pushed for about 6 minutes. It wasn't that bad. I only had one tear, and it wasn't really a tear. It was just a little scrape that wouldn't stop bleeding. So they just stitched it up. That wasn't that bad. But the worst part probably of the whole process was trying to pee after fucking pushing a baby out. That shit was fucking terrible. They always said that the afterbirth part is the worst part, where they push down on your stomach to get all the excess blood and to get your placenta out. Nah, that shit wasn't even shit. I didn't even look at my placenta. I didn't eat that shit. I didn't do none of that shit. I don't know how the fuck people be doing that shit. My boyfriend was looking in my fucking vagina when all this shit was going on. So he was telling me, he was like, your placenta, it busted open and shit like that. I was like, oh shit, fuck it, I don't care. He said it looked like a whole nother baby had came out because the placenta is big as fuck. But I didn't see the shit. I didn't even, you know, look at none of that shit. I didn't care. I just wanted to hold my son. Like, I was so excited, bro, because I was in so much pain, but it was so worth it because I got to see something that had been growing inside of me for 9 months that was giving me hella fucking pain, but I knew it was all fucking worth it. But yeah, so that was that. But yeah, the worst part was peeing. After you push out a fucking baby, peeing is the worst part, because I had a catheter in the whole time. Like, I was in labor. That shit was like, you know, you don't even gotta push, the shit just kind of flow out of you. That shit wasn't that bad. Like, that was like easy. But the peeing part afterwards, because that shit fucking sting. Like, that shit hurts. That shit was terrible. Like, ugh. That was how my labor and delivery went. I kind of went into the next question, was like, how did my body feel after birth and how was my healing process? Sorry, y'all, I'm moving real fast because, you know, he's asleep. I just fed him, so he's trying to sleep right now, and I'm trying to get this video in while he's sleeping. But anyway, so how did my body feel after birth? After birth, like, trying to pee was terrible. I had a fucking, like, my body just felt so helpless. It wasn't like the drugs were still in me, so my body was still like numb and all that shit like that, and it was just hard for me to carry my own weight at that point. My back was in hella pain because, you know, they put the epidural on your back, and they scrape on your bone, basically. I feel like they scrape on your bone back there. That shit was just terrible. My body was just in so much pain. It was a lot. But the healing process was just like, basically, it was bleeding, you know, a lot of bleeding and stuff like that. Not like a period and shit like that, but basically a long ass period. But yeah, I was bleeding. Just trying to be able to pee without being so uncomfortable. Like, that was the hardest part. I couldn't pee. I had like cut off my pee. Like, I was so scared of peeing because it hurt so bad that I did not go pee. And you're supposed to pee like every few hours to, you know, make sure you don't get no infections and shit like that. But that shit was hurting so bad. Like, I could not pee, and I could not like do none of that. I could not get over the pain. That shit was hurting me. I was like, yo, this shit is OD. I don't want to do this. I don't want to fucking pee, put a fucking catheter in me and let the shit just drop out. But obviously they couldn't do that because that shit was like, they said that shit was even worse. But another part of the healing process was, not everybody gets it, but I couldn't poop. So I end up, like, when I finally was able to poop, which was a week later, I had a hemorrhoid. And yo, it's like, you know how regular doo-doo come out your butt, it's just like, it comes out. But it was like coming out and it was hitting other stuff, and I'm like, what is this? It's not supposed to be touching nothing else. It's basically your asshole. I know y'all probably know what a hemorrhoid is, but I have to explain. It was, my asshole was inside out. Like, that shit was terrible. I hated it. It hurt. I felt violated that my butthole was getting punctured like that. That's the only way I could describe it. Is like, my asshole was getting punctured. And then another part of the healing process was just like, shit, trying to keep your mind sane. Like, this is the biggest part of the healing process of birth in general, pregnancy, all that shit like that, is your mind. You have to heal your mind, because you do lose your mind, definitely. Like, you lose your shit, you lose your sharpness that you have. It is like just different. Okay, so next question was, what's little man's sleep schedule? He is currently technically not on his sleep schedule yet. They say he's too young to be trying to like sleep train him and shit like that. But I try to at least get him to bed by 11 o'clock. I let him do whatever the fuck he want to do during the day. I try to keep him up before bedtime, probably like 8 o'clock to 11. I try to keep him up so he can sleep straight through the night. But that rarely, it kind of depends on what was going on all day. Yeah, he tried to go to bed at 11. He'll wake up probably like once to be like, Mom, I'm kind of hungry, or I need my diaper changed. But other than that, he don't really have a sleep schedule, I guess. I don't know. Do I suffer from postpartum depression? I'm not gonna lie, it's not complete depression, but it's like you're sad. It's like the sense of melancholy over you, but you can't like, you're not necessarily like out of your element to the point where you're just, damn, like I can't do shit, like I can't produce milk. Like for me, I wouldn't be able to produce milk because I'm that depressed, or I wouldn't be able to get out of bed. I couldn't take care of my child. That's based kind of what postpartum depression is, or the way I've looked at it. But me, I've just been kind of sad. Like, he'd be crying, I don't know what to do, because like I already fed him, changed him, I don't know what to do, and I'm holding him and that's not working, and everybody's saying I shouldn't hold him that much, and that's just like, you know, like I'm, you know, his mom, and I don't want to hear him cry, I don't want to hear him hurting, and like that shit just makes me sad. So yeah, it's not necessarily postpartum depression, but it's like the baby blues. They call it the baby blues before it gets like the actual depression. Yeah, so did I snap back the way I wanted to? No. I mean, it's week 4. He's a month old now, and my body is still like going down, slimming down and stuff like that. But I definitely am not where I want to be. I started my pregnancy at 159. And I was at consistent weight before like pregnancy. I was like 150 to 160 and all that stuff like that. But I ended my pregnancy on that damn delivery table, that delivery bed or whatever the fuck, at 225, and now I'm 197. I'm definitely not where I want to be right now. And plus, like, you gotta watch how you eat and shit like that. And before pregnancy, I was eating how the fuck I wanted to eat, and I knew I was gonna stay fucking skinny. And now it's like, damn, bro, I gotta watch what the fuck I eat, or this gut not gonna go away. But I've been like trying to wait till my body fully recovers for the full 6 weeks to try to like start walking, like getting into the gym and shit like that, or start exercising. But I definitely did not snap back how I wanted to. But my ass did get fatter. It's like, yes, sis. But yeah. How's your social life after the little man? I didn't have a social life before pregnancy, so it kind of stayed the same. I had a few friends I talked to on a daily basis, but it wasn't like a everyday thing. I mean, I have time to get on like social media and stuff like that, but I don't really like go hang out or none of that shit like that, because, you know, who's gonna watch him? His dad. But like, I have to be home. I have to pump every 3 hours. So we gonna leave after I feed him, and then we gonna come back before I gotta feed him again, or I gotta pump again. Like, it's just like a lot. I don't really like get bothered by like not talking to people. I talk to the few pregnant friends that I have now, and then I watch TV, so I'll be straight. I don't really care about not talking to people. I really don't give a fuck. How's my boyfriend treating me? My boyfriend treats me well, but it's also an adjustment for a man. That's like the part that a lot of people didn't really talk about. Like, from the woman's aspect, obviously you can't touch on it, but as a woman, you can see the strain that the pregnancy, because of all the mood swings and shit like that, has caused on your man. And on top of that, like for me, my labor was very difficult. So I was very angry, and I like said a lot of mean things to him. And I was just very rude to him. And it was just like he's like, yo, like, you're fucking tweaking, bruh. But I love you, so I'm putting up with this shit. And I feel like a lot of men just put up with the pregnancy shit and hope for the best. Hope your girl doesn't go through postpartum depression, because that's even harder to help her get through. Pregnancy in itself is a change, especially when you're young like me. I'm 19. I didn't have nobody to fucking worry about. I didn't give a fuck about nobody's feelings. And then I had all these rush of emotions in 9 months, and my whole body changed, and it was so much to take in. And my boyfriend was there for every step of the way. He was there comforting me. He was the only one there for me, like, honestly and truly, for every step of it. And then afterwards, like during labor, he was there for every step of it. He was there like when I needed like anything, everything. He was helping me breathe, stay calm through the whole process. He was encouraging me. And then like even now, like I struggle with like just, you know, trying to stop being so emotional and try to be more rational and relational and stuff like that. That's just hard to process now because, you know, I have a little one and I have so much love into him, and it's just like, damn, bro, I just need to give him this love, and it comes with emotions, it comes with tears sometimes, and yeah. But overall, my boyfriend treats me well for what he has to go through as a man, dealing with a pregnant woman or dealing with somebody that just had a baby. So he treats me well. I love him. Yeah, it's basically the same fucking questions about. And then the final question was it that bad? Was the whole overall process that bad of being pregnant to having a child? It was tough. It honestly was. I was pretty depressed during my whole pregnancy. That was like, I had like, you know, some reality checks during pregnancy, and I was pretty fucking sad a lot of times. And then to labor, it was just like, it wasn't hard. It was just a test of like how bad do you want it, if that makes sense. It's like you got to this point, and how bad do you want this? How bad do you want to see your child? Because, you know, thank God that I didn't, you know, die during the process. But it's plenty of black women that have been, you know, dying from after giving birth and shit like that. And I did not want that shit to happen to me, period, point blank. But yeah, it's just all a process. Being pregnant in general is a fucking process. Like, but hey, everybody's different. But yeah, so this video is like already 20 minutes long. I'm not really trying to do all this shit, and honestly, mama needs a nap. Mama needs a fucking nap. But yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I will be more consistent. I'll be coming back with more videos. Y'all let me know what kind of videos y'all want to see. Because, you know, I can't be vlogging and shit. Well, I vlog, but it'd be like mini vlogs and shit like that. But, you know, I got a newborn at home now, so I ain't gonna be leaving the crib to just be like, oh shit, going to do this. Like, nah. But y'all let me know what y'all want to see. Some challenges, some shit, like playlists, anything y'all want to fucking see, I'll do that. I'm starting to be more consistent in this. Yeah. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment, all that shit. Yeah.
She love me like a Harley. Said I love you, then I love you, girl. Your last one was a sucker. I won't lose you to another. Call my phone, I'm on my way. Wait, no delay. Hey. Girl, that pussy is amazing. Give me head while I'm facing.